a big social media presence, and every time I come speak here, I always think about when I was y'all's age, which doesn't feel like it was that long ago. And I remember never having any kind of vision of my future because I didn't think I'd be alive to see it. People would ask me, what do you want to do when you get older? And I was just in such a dark place mentally that I had attempted my life multiple times, and I just could never see myself getting out of that cycle that I was in. And so school didn't matter to me, my grades didn't matter to me, because I didn't think I would need it, right? And it took me just honestly, and I know this is the most cliche thing ever, was just time, and that the time went by and things slowly, and when I say slowly, I mean slowly, starting to get better. I started to feel more confident in myself. I started to feel more empowered in who I was as a woman. I think this age is like, one, just hard in general, and then you throw in, mental health on top of that, and it's just debilitating. And it can be hard to even just wake up in the morning and shower or brush your hair or even form a thought. And I remember just having that feeling of just not wanting to feel that anymore, right? In any way possible. I just was so sick of feeling the way that I was feeling. And people would come and they tell you, it gets better, and I'm like, hey, whatever, But I can tell you, as someone who felt every single thing that you guys are going through and everything that you're feeling, it really actually does get better. And there'll be days and there'll be times in your life that's hard. I just went through a divorce, and that was probably the first time since I was 15 that I had felt so down and confused and lost and directionless, when I felt like I really had a good control over my life and my emotions and everything I was feeling. And it really brought me back, to that place where I had to pull myself out of that, right? Like, I had to be that older sister to myself and be like, what, you've done this once, you can do this again. And those feelings, even though they're so familiar, I now have this new set of coping skills and wisdom to know that it's not forever. And I think that's what happened, is I felt that feeling, and I just was like, this is just going to be like this forever. And I attached myself to that feeling and made that my identity. And I didn't allow myself to be like, hey, what? Some days are bad, but that doesn't mean I have a bad life. It was a bad day, but tomorrow might be better. I just kept pushing that narrative, that negative thought, that process. And something that I really learned is what you repeat and what you tell yourself is your truth, and that is what you're gonna get.